Predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here we go, 50-50. Hey, check 26. Check curls.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line.
Bravo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go now. The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Mike Pennell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up third down. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one good for 33 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, he's got it to Williams.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses. and how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down, Green Bay.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 626.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
Exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
On the set.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Steps away to his left. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is caught by Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Pennell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Complete to Jones. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tie it right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Williams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you used it.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. These two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Stop your whining.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
We got 4. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shoot, man.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Pick it up, D. 53 to Mike. 53. Hey, 626. Hey,
so after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, I guess
blitz coming, and down he goes.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Crosby connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes being chased out left. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Chubb. Tramon Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw. Boyle. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Kansas City, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brent.